Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is day 11 of Inktober, and before we jump into it, I just wanted to say a big thank you to Annalisa for joining in and creating another adorable piece for Inktober to go along with my theme of the week. If you'd like to do the same, you guys can tag me over on Instagram at GreatlyGeeky and use the hashtag Geeky's Theme of the Week. Another big thank you and special shout out to Heather for being my first supporter over on Patreon. You rock and you are super awesome, so thank you so much for that. I wanted to add in a little doodle just for you, just to say thank you. And if you too would like to support me on Patreon, at the moment I only have a $1 tier, but if you join, you automatically get access to an exclusive Discord where I will post sneak previews of the illustrations to come, my rough sketches from earlier in the day while I'm doing my pre-warm-ups, and other random little fun stuff like pictures of my 3 huskies and all that ridiculousness. And we can talk art and have fun. And then of course at the beginning of every new month in that first week, I do a monthly giveaway or drawing for a original 5x7 piece. So think about it. You can find me over on Patreon at GreatlyGeeky. All the same, thank you guys for your continued support and all of you being super amazing and leaving those likes and comments. They help just as much. But yeah, jumping into this video, as you can tell by now and of course by the thumbnail, it is Catwoman, which means of course I'm going with the theme of Gotham Girls, and tomorrow you'll see Harley Quinn, but I'm not spoiling Sunday. Sunday's not going to be Marvel. It's not going to be DC. It's going to be a little surprise and something I've already kind of talked about in the past week. And one of you said that she was also a fan as well. So you might be able to guess, but we will see. But I really loved doing this piece. As you can tell from yesterday, it is a very similar pose, and I did it on purpose. I was kind of doing some pre-sketches and figuring out a pose, but ultimately I chose to go with the pose that I did, which is kind of a slight change up from yesterday's. Of course, it is reversed and everything, but I wanted Poison Ivy and Catwoman, and even with tomorrow I'll do something a bit different. And to me, Harley, I think, is going to be the only one that really stands out as having a completely different pose because she's kind of the quirky, crazy queen, in my opinion. I'm trying to say that 3 times fast because I'm not going to. But I really wanted this whole set to kind of feel like a pair. I wanted them to feel like they cohesively fit together if you were to have all 3 of them like hanging on your wall or something along those lines. Or they could just as easily fit by themselves is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I love how this one turned out. I went ahead and as I was inking her, I decided to go straight for doing those bold black lines and having the thick kind of inked shadow lines already previously into her costume. And my whole purpose with that is knowing that she was going to be a gray and white because I went with the classic 90s costume for Catwoman. I wanted to kind of already have a pre-stance to the bold, thicker lines rather than going back and filling them in later because I already knew what I was going to do. So I took the Dr. P.H. Martin's Black Star waterproof India ink in the matte black and filled in all the black pieces on her costume, including her face mask, her gloves, and her boots. And let me tell you, the gloves were a struggle. I know it doesn't look like it quite so much, but trying to, and obviously my hand is in front of a lot of the inking, but trying to leave the subtle white lines in between the fingers while you're filling in a completely black space with a paintbrush is not easy. I know sometimes I make it look a bit more easy, but the struggle is real. I am always so like, if I lose my lines, whenever I try to go back and do white ink on top of it, it just doesn't look great. So I try to the best of my ability, kind of leave some of those white spaces so that I have the highlight without having to add the highlight, if that makes sense. But being that I went with this classic gray and black costume, it was definitely a lot more simplistic for today, and that's why the video is definitely a little bit shorter. And it was still fun though, because I took what was left over of the black ink from doing the solid black points on her body, and I just created a wash. So I just added a bunch of water and kept testing it on a little scrap piece of paper and until I got the right tone. And I wanted a darker tone at first for that back leg to kind of do the foreshadowing, to create the depth perception that I was looking for. And then I added a bit more water to create the wash that I wanted for the rest of her outfit. And then from there I could easily build up the shadow layers and kind of create the illusion that I wanted for the rest of her outfit. And the only other colors that I used are, of course, the yellow orange azo, which has been a popular one, it seems, for this series. And that one I used, of course, for her belt. And then I used the Naphthol Crimson to give her the lovely red lips. And I used a teal, and then along with a green and a blue Pigma to give her like a teal colored eye. I didn't actually look up what color her eyes were for this one. I just kind of had fun with it to give it an extra pop of color. But I think she came out really lovely. And yeah, what do you guys think? Here is Annalisa's piece. I think it came out beautiful. I left the tag for her Instagram over there so you can go show her some love. She did Wonder Woman in this Themyscira outfit, and I think it came out super cute. But all the same, thank you as always for watching. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. I will see you in the next video, and take it easy.